Hello and good evening and welcome along to the channel, folks. We are here with WWR for their Saturday night league race here in Japan for season 6, round 7. Now, this track dates all the way back to 1st of November 1987 on the Formula 1 calendar. Length of this track 5.81 kilometres or miles 3.608. We've got 18 turns, 1 DRS zone. Tonight's format is going to be a short qualifying session for the sprint race, and it's going to move on to the sprint race, 9 laps. Then another qualifying session, which should be, and then a 27 lap race after that. We're going to be using the hardest tyres of the bunch, the C3 softs, the C2 mediums and the C1 hard compound tyres, so the hardest tyres that are available. Now we're going to have a quick look at the drivers' standings. Onsu is steaming away in the lead right now on 109 points. King James is in second on 77. ARL is in third on 53. Fourth for Jake on 51. Ashtube is on 43 with Nike trailing in 6th place, just 1 point behind on 42 points. Then we've got Fake Scouser on 37 points. Scofie's on 22s in 8th place. Sorry, 2 seconds. Oh, sorry about that, folks. I ended up sneezing a crazy bunch there. So in 8th place is Scofie on 22 points. Lewis is just behind on 18. And then we've got Kadoy on 16. Jay is in 11th on 16 also. Then we've got XDF on Pro on 15. Trucker is in 13th on 14. I'm sorry, 2 seconds. Oh my god, I'm really sorry about that, folks. I just started sneezing again. Oh, yeah, that was the driver's standings there, if you were patient enough to listen through that. We've got Onsu putting in the fastest lap of 128.685, first time on the board, and that was set on the medium tyres. Angry Davey putting in a 130.651. Dirty Taffy splitting them, just getting ahead of Angry Davey. Nicely done there. Right, so sorry, folks. I just honestly can't stop sneezing right now. So if you end up hearing just silence, that may be what it is. We've seen a bit more times coming in on the board. We've got Jake closely behind Onsu, only a couple of 1.5 tenths behind. We've got Kadoy in third place, quite a way off. Well, we could see that improve. Is only on the medium compound tyres for now. Jay in fourth, 129.7 ARL. Seen you in the comments section there, saying hello, and how's it going? Yeah, it was going all good, besides sneezing like crazy. As you could probably hear, I'm sounding a bit more congested right now. Hopefully that goes away. Congested right now. Hopefully that goes away quite quickly. We have got the constructors standings here, which I'm going to go over real quick. McLaren are sitting on 123 points right now. Ferrari in second on 102. Third place for Haas on 95 points. 51 points sits Racing Bulls in fourth place. We've got the reserve drivers sitting on 49 points. Alpine are on 43. Mercedes are in 7th on 25. 8th place for Williams on 10 points. Red Bull are on 5. Aston Martin on 1. And Sauber have unfortunately still yet to score a point. So, I'm unsure if it's raining or not come the race or that, but we'll find out. So, I'm really sorry, just cheesy peeps. Let's see if we can manage to get anyone on a hot lap. We've got Jake here who's on a hot lap, who's just came out of the hairpin of turn 11 and is now progressing around 200R up to Spoon Curve. Throwing that Ferrari into that corner there quite nicely and smoothly. Now down the hill before going back up to reach turn 15, 130R, the legendary flat out left hand corner, nicely done. And into the final chicane, the Casio triangle. See what the Ferrari is going to do. They're going to be able to beat on Sue here. Yes, they do. 128.119, and that puts them on provisional pole position for right now. Did have to do it on the softs, did they? No, they just done it on the mediums, actually. Wonder if Onsu's going to come out on the medium tyres to the soft tyres to battle, or save them for the more important race. Let's have a look further down. We've got Buckle, who's on an out lap right now. We've got Lewis, not on a lap. Thatcher, still on a lap? Nope, they're on recharge right now. So we've got Angry DVP and Buckle. The next one's up. So Dirty Taffy has retired from the session. That would be in the pit box. So it was a deliberate retirement. But right now we'll go on board with Angry DV right now and see how he is going to do coming into turn 1. Turn 1, don't want to brake, but you're braking during it to get ready for turn 2. Nicely done there. Into turn 3, the start of the S's. And we'll go, got turn 4, 5, 6, 7 up to Dunlop. Through there carefully, you got to be a bit careful on the throttle going through that corner and into Degna 1 and Degna 2. And now we're going under where 130R is almost. Up into the hairpin of turn 11, keeping the car in nice and tight. Nicely done there, get back on the power and getting up them gears quite quickly. Working his way around 200R into Spoon Curve. Oh, went in a wee bit of late there. Oh, and he's fluffed it there, unfortunately, just getting a bit out of shape there, going into Spoon. And that, unfortunately, did end up messing up their lap. So they're going to continue, or they're going to jump into the pits. They won't have enough time to jump into the pits. Maybe try and do a quick recharge. Nope, they're not going to be able to get around to do that, unfortunately. So, next one up is Bucco in that Mercedes. They're currently sitting in last place with no time on the board. So, this is going to be their time on the board, and it's going to be putting them in 12th position. We'll see who else is going to be next one to settle up. Looks like it's going to be the McLaren of Onsu, getting them Red Bull Pirellis nice and roasty toasty for this flying lap. So we'll get ready and see how this time is going to go. Coming into the Casio Triangle of turns 16 and 17 before rounding the final corner of turn 18 and opening the DRS for the one and only time. Well, we'll get it for like half a second at the end of their lap, but it's not going to really matter. Coming into turn one quite nicely, up into two, using that curb on the exit quite nicely, into turn three, the S curves, turn 4 and 5, around 6 before you come up to the Dunlop curve of turns 7 into Degna 1 and Degna 2. The drivers really love to attack them curbs very aggressively at the Degnas. Now into the hairpin of turn 11. We'll see what his sector time is as they approach sector 2, which is going to be just after this hairpin in that straight between Spoon and 130R, coming down the hill before coming back up and then plateauing out. Let's see, he's up on his time by 0.3 of a second. We've got everyone finishing their laps now since the checkered flag has fallen. Let's see, is Onsu going to be able to take this pole position? No, they can't. So Jake manages to get the fastest lap time, it seems, at 128.119, but we've got King James still to go. Unfortunately, invalidated their lap time. Kadoy comes across the line, goes third, 128.996. We've got Sneaky Turtle coming through the Casio Triangle now. 130.908 to beat, and they move up a couple of spaces, and I couldn't see where Lewis has just went. I think it was Lewis who was on their final lap there. Oh, so Bucko did manage to actually get out again, did he? Anyway, Jake putting in the fastest lap time, taking the pole position for the sprint at 128.119. Nicely done there on Sue, just not managing to pull off in the end there. We've got Kadoy in third, fourth for ARL. Lewis is in fifth. King James in sixth, seventh for Jay. Then we've got eighth for Sneaky Turtle, Dirty Taffy. And then after that, it was Dirty Taffy in ninth, 10th for Angry DVP. Bucko sits 11th and 12th for Thatchers. Now, I'm unsure we should be. Is it now we'll have a break? Yep, so we're going to be having a little couple of minute break, and then we'll be getting into the race. So we'll be back in just a couple of moments, folks. So, folks, here we are. We're just waiting for one of the drivers just to get back real quick before we get started again. We're just waiting one more minute and then we will be getting going again. So, see what tyres everyone is on. There's going to be no formation lap. That's them back, so we're going to be getting underway. So, no formation lap. We're going to be just getting straight into the nitty gritty stuff. And we'll see where that takes us. 9 laps of pure racing. Here, about to get underway. If you enjoy the content, leave a like, subscribe, it's much appreciated. It shows your support for the channel. Just trying to get the YouTube back up so I can see it again. There we go. There we go, we've got the lights started. 5 red lights are on and now they are off. And we are getting racing here. We've got Jake managing to get a good start there, but Onsu's got that inside line. There's not going to be any Senna Prost here. King James managing to get up 2 spaces there, up 2 positions from 6th place. ARL has dropped it down to not having the best of start there. Lotus managing to maintain that 5th position quite nicely. Looking on Sneaky Turtle and Jay swapping places. Angry Davy and Dirty Taffy both swapping places, and Thatchers and Buckle also swapping places. I think that may be having something to do with being on the right hand side of the track. Having that inside the line going into turn 1 really does help out quite a bit. Now, getting on to tyres, everyone is on a fresh medium set of tyres. Jake is pulling away there quite nicely. 8/10 of a second is the gap to 2nd place Onsu, who is the leader in the championship right now. Godoy trailing that not much far behind. If Jake could keep this up, he could actually break that DRS window for the end of the next lap, and that'll stop Onsu from being able to get any DRS, but he seems to have managed to pull that in. Tyres on that McLaren are up to temperature a bit more. Of course, Jake puts in the fastest lap, and there we go. We've got that message from race control saying DRS is now enabled, and King James throws it down the inside on the Mercedes of Godoy and takes that 3rd place. Williams of King James, nicely done, up 3 positions now. Now he's going to be chasing down Onsu and Jake, who are just up ahead. He needs to pull in an extra couple of tenths in order to get within that DRS window. We're going to go down to Thatchers and Dirty Taffy, who seem to have swapped places there. We've got Winnie in the chat saying good luck to everyone out there, and we're hoping it is going to pay off. Buckle having to go and dodge right out of the way there of Dirty Taffy, who got a terrible exit from the Degna 2 there. Going to move further up here. Jay managing to get past Sneaky Turtle, going into the Spoon curve. Sneaky Turtle was trying to be a little sneaky and try and hold it out around the outside, but Jay was having none of it. Nicely done there from the Racing Bull driver. Going to move up to Godoy, who's right on the tail of King James. King James definitely feeling the pressure right now of that Mercedes, who's going to be coming on the attack, and King James hasn't managed to get the DRS as of yet off of Onsu, and this battle's just going to end up making things a lot harder for him. And there we go, Godoy up the outside, nicely done, nice and smooth, up to 3rd place yet again. 1.9 seconds is the gap to 2nd place right now, between 2nd and 3rd. Got Dirty Taffy in the pits. Did they just get a front wing change? We'll have a quick look at that. Yep, they needed a new front wing, so they went on the soft tyres. See if that is, if the tyres are going to last them until the end. Oh, and Sneaky Turtle having a bit of a moment there, going into the hairpin. I'll see if we can get a quick view of that, of what happened. Did they walk up and get a bit too much on the grass? I was just looking down. Oh, yeah, that was a terrible walk up there from Sneaky Turtle. Let's see if they will be able to rein it back in. We've got Jay on the tail of Lewis. These two have battled it out quite a lot over the past few races. Although it did miss the last couple of last race anyway, unfortunately, due to the PSN servers being down, was a bit of a terrible upset. But here we are now. Kadoy getting overtaken again, and King James getting up into third place yet again. These two are going to be battling it out for the next few laps, it seems. Lewis, J and ARL all quite close together, battling it out for that 5th position. The gap between 5th and 4th, 2.8 seconds. Thatchers is going to be chasing down Sneaky Turtle. They did start in 12th position, in 10th currently. Let's see if they got what it takes to secure that 9th, and it looks like they have after Sneaky Turtle went off the track there. Trying to be a Sneaky Turtle and get some beach time there in the gravel. Unfortunately, their boss saw them and told them to get moving. Let's see, going on to Lewis, only a 10th and a half to 2/10 of a gap between them and that 5th position. We could definitely see probably a couple of moves happening. Oh, Jay's actually going for a move here, going down the inside of 130R. Oh, the bang wheels a little, and Jay gets past. That was not expected, to be honest, but nicely done there from Jay. Let's see if Jay could get this overtake done here. DRS should make it nice and easy. Oh, and was a bit uncertain there. Was going to go down the inside, but switched it to the outside. Oh, big contact there. That wasn't to be helped there, but Jay manages to get past. Yep, does nicely there. I think ARL might be a little bit upset about the little bit of contact there, as they were in turn 2 at the apex. We'll see how that does end up unfolding later on. King James and Kadoy still nose to tail right now, and so is the front two of Onsu and Jake. We've got a few little battles here happening right now. We've got Buckle right behind Sneaky Turtle and Thatchers for that 9th position. Then we've got Lewis, ARL and Jay battling out for that 5th position. Kadoy and King James for 3rd, and Onsu and Jake for the win. Now we're coming up to the end of lap 5 here. And is Onsu going to go for a move? Nope, it doesn't appear so. He's not using much in the terms of battery. 3-second time penalty for Lewis. Oh, and the McLaren of Onsu is just holding off right now. Not going for any move just yet, but now we see ARL flying past that racing bull and up into 5th place, passing Jay. We've got a yellow flag in sector 2. We'll get back to that shortly, but we'll see Thatchers and Sneaky Turtle getting swapping places. Oh, going back here, I've seen ARL and Jay battling out side by side as they're going through the curves. Now they're into the Dunlop curve, coming into Degna 1. They were almost side by side there. Jay goes off the track to bang wheels with Lewis there. And I think Lewis lets them back past, but that's allowed ARL to go and create a bit of a gap to get out of the DRS window. I think sometimes these guys are a bit too gentlemanly with each other at times, but that is how things go sometimes, and is very well mannered. Looking on at Kadoy right now, And there we see Onsu going for a move yet. Nope, he's just waiting just now. Godoy though isn't going to be waiting, goes for that move and reclaims that third position. Going to move further down to see Lewis and Jay swapping places. Lewis managing to get up into 6th place here. Jay drops down into 7th. We've got Bucko into the pits now. Is that front wing damage? I think it is it? No. He's going in just for another set of tyres. Oh. I was not expecting that. I think it may be he's just won a battle with Dirty Taffy, possibly. We shall see. Moving on to Jay, is he going for that moving at the hairpin? Nope, it looked like he was going for it. But let's see, King James, is he going to... Nope, not going to go... Ooh, for it there, oh! I would say King James definitely would have almost soiled himself there. That was a very close one, getting right up to the back of that diffuser. Let's see, he's going to go for a move here up the inside of 130R. He is, gets it nailed nicely. Oh, and Buckle's retired from the Grand Prix and he's done it up Dunlop. Fortunately enough, it will not be a safety car, but there will be a yellow flag for a moment. All good for now, and the track is clear again. Jay and Lewis swapping places again. Jay managing to get up past Lewis and get the DRS. That puts them back up into 6th place. Lewis moves down into 7th. Can't even get my words out there. So let's look on at Onsu when. I think this is going to be the lap that Onsu goes for it. He's a very calculated and tactful individual. Likes to wait for that perfect opportunity where he knows it's going to be very difficult for the opposing driver or defending driver to be able to get back past. But he's also leaving it as a high risk, high reward type situation. So he's going to wait until the DRS is available, and that's going to help him out substantially. I think we've just seen Lewis and Jay swapping places yet again, but they've managed to catch up to the back of ARL. Lewis falling down a wee bit, but we'll go up to the change for the lead. Is it going to come? Is Jake going to be able to defend? Is Onsu getting a bit of slip of traction coming out of the Casio triangle? Is that going to hinder him? He's putting everything he's got into it, but so is Jake. Unfortunately, Jake isn't able to make that work, and Onsu moves up into 1st place on the final lap of this Grand Prix. Jay unfortunately not managing to get up to ARL there. ARL doing nicely there to create enough of a gap, so don't think there's going to be much in the terms of shifting. Oh, Jay getting a little bit out of shape there, going through turn 6. What is Lewis going to be able to do here? Get a bit too much on that curb, it seems. Oh, and Jake's having to rest up as he's used up too much fuel. So's Onsu, it seems, though. Is this going to be something we see in the race? That's interesting. Almost everyone has got a fuel indicator telling them that they are low on fuel. But Onsu comes across the line to take victory. Jake's just doing what he can to try and keep with it, and manages to come home in 2nd with King James in 3rd and Godoy in 4th. We've got ARL coming across the line also. Jay was running quite low on fuel there. Lewis getting a 3-second time penalty, finishes just over a 10th behind Jay. but does have a 3-second time penalty. Angry Davy comes home in 8th. We've got Thatcher's in 9th, 10th for Sneaky Turtle, and Dirty Taffy will round out in 11th place. So now we've got Dirty Taffy coming across the line. Last of the runners, not had the best of luck, did end up with a broken front wing, and I think they had to pit again later on. But now, let's have a look. On Sue getting the driver of the day for that race anyway. Unsure about that. We'll have a quick look and we'll see. I think King James done it quite nicely there, but Onsu did do lovely in the tactful side. Going on though, Onsu getting the full points there, getting past Jake, who did start on pole position. Jake coming in second, King James third, fourth for Kodoy ARL, and fifth, sixth for Jade, and we had Lewis in seventh, Hungry Davy in 8th, 9th for Thatcher, Sneaky Turtle 10th, 11th for Dirty Taffy, and Bucko unfortunately did not finish the Grand Prix. Oh, did you have damage? Is that why it was a bit difficult? I'd never noticed, to be honest. So, let me check. Sorry, I've been looking at other things there. So who was that we just seen coming out on the track? That's Thatcher, so we're just going on with him for now. So, well, that's interesting. Why are people putting on the intermediates? Wait a second. Oh. I'd expect people to be coming out on the dries if the clouds are starting to come over. Yep, so I just seen someone else had that same comment about the intermediates. But unusual. Is he actually doing a lap time on them? Or we'll find out if he moves the battery. Yes, so he seems he is doing a lap time on the intermediate tyres. So we'll see how that goes. We've got Thatcher's right now. Oh, taking a little bit of an extra line there. A bit of an IndyCar line coming out of Degna too. Doesn't manage to invalidate though, fortunately enough for them. Always is a wee bit lucky when that does happen to you. You've got to find the little... sometimes it's just luck, sometimes you just find the margin. And, yep, you could use that quite nicely. Now going down into 130R, we've got a yellow flag in sector 2. That's the hairpin. That seems to be a Mercedes. Oh, it's Bucko off the track, it seems, putting a bit too much pedal down to try and get the tyres ramped up. Going around the hairpin, they're trying to get back going again. It's going to be a bit difficult. They're trying to stay out of the way of other drivers. I think that's ARL there. Fortunate enough, they're on a cool lap. Thatcher's does end up putting in a 130.962. Definitely going to be needing to get a lot quicker than that if Sprint Quali 1 has got anything to say about it. Pardon me there. Lewis putting in a 130.084, goes into provisional pole position. I think that will change once Onsu gets around, or Jake. Quite surprised that King James still out on them tyres. That is Jake, they're coming around there. Let's see Bucko they're on an outlap right now, Sneaky Turtle, so let's see who else has still got to go. I think Jay's going to be the next driver to finish a lap. Let's see what time they are going to put on the board. They're going to go at least 5th anyway. Goes provisional pole position, 129.116, goes 9/10, almost a second quicker than Lewis. Now we're going to move further down and see who else is up next. It's going to be, is it Bucko? Jake put on the intermediates also, it seems, putting 131.267. So I'm just keeping an eye on the Discord chat right now. We've got Sneaky Turtle just coming to finish their lap time in the Aston Martin. Goes P3 at 130.454. Up next is Bucko, just coming around at 130R. Got the Casio Triangle up now. That was King James went that definitely is no, I've got to say that was not friendly there. That would have definitely spooked Bucko there, and King James will have some explaining to do, I think, about that. So let's see, Sneaky Turtles finished their lap. We've got Lewis on a lap trying to improve. What are they going to improve to? 129.845. Not enough to move up any positions, but does lessen that gap to second place ARL right now. Oh, here we go. We've got Onsu, who's on a lap right now, coming through the S section and up the Dunlop curve. Nicely there into turn 8 now of Degna 1 and Degna 2 of turn 10. No, turn 8 and turn 9 of Degna 1 and 2. And there's turn 10 and turn 11 is now the hairpin. Made a mistake about that. Into Spoon doing quite nicely here. Coming up to 130R is definitely going to be riding the fumes of that fuel tank at the end of this lap. Now coming to the line, is the McLaren going to be quicker than 129.1? I think it is. It's a 127.862. Wow. That's a big gap there. Big gap. Who's going to fill it? Who's going to be the first person to get a 128? That's a good question, I will say. We've got Jake, who's got the previous pole position in the sprint. Let's see if he's going to be able to carry that momentum on to this qualifying session. Maybe a little bit downhearted about how the sprint race did end up finishing. But we'll see if that is... if they're going to come back and be putting in a good time in qualifying. Currently 131.267 is their fastest time, but that was set on intermediates on a dry track. Coming into Degna 2 now, they're 1.3 seconds up on their time already, which is quite a substantial amount. So they've already technically got that into the 129s if they kept this momentum up. But we'll see how things are going to go going into the final 2 sectors. Coming up to 130R, I wonder if King James is going to be getting a little bit of a toe there. Kind of curious, seen who's that, Merck coming in. Coming over the line, that was Kadoy, 127.885. Oh no, that was Jake, sorry, Kadoy put in a 128.495. King James a 128.161. Jake really, really close. 23 thousandths of a second the gap between Onsu and Jake, and we've still got plenty of time left in this session. Yeah, are they on a lap? Yeah, but I think they are. Dirty Taffy's further on the lap. Angry Davey, let's see where they're going to come. Do improve, but not enough to move up any positions. So, King James, they're on a lap still? No, they're not. They're just taking it easy just now. ARL coming to the end of their lap, it seems. So they're going to put in... Oh, Sneaky Turtle. So Sneaky Turtle, trying to be a little Sneaky Turtle and trying to go into the pit lane after already passing it. Yeah, I don't think he can do that. Stewards say no. I'm just looking on it and making sure that no one's going to be coming down from the Casio Triangle. It seems to be safe now. But there still is that yellow flag. They're off the track now. Sneaky Turtle off the track nicely. Dirty Taffy retired from the session. Oh, that was Thatcher, so Dirty Taffy's retired in the pit lane. Lewis coming to finish their lap, 129.190. So we've not got long left in this session. We've got Thatcher's who's on a lap right now. Just coming around turns 1 and 2. See how to handle the S section of the left and right. Turns 3 and 4, and then going into 5 and 6, left and right again. Up to the Dunlop curve of turn 7, going uphill left hander, flat out. If you don't have enough downforce on the rear of the car, it will spin out on you. Look at that, just coming up into the spoon curve. Fastest time right now is a 130.962. Oh, getting a bit too much on the curbs on the exit, on the apex, sorry, of spoon. Don't want to be doing that, as the types of bumps that really do mess you up. Hopefully he's able to get back into the pit lane and get another lap in, get a quick refuel. So we've got Jake and Angry Davey out on track right now. I think we've just seen Onsu moving. He's on his way. We've got Buckle coming through the S's right now. So let's see how things are going to work out here. Welcome along all those that are watching. We're in the final stages of qualifying. Just about just over 90 seconds left on the clock. Is ARL going to be able to get out on track in time? It's going to be a tight one. They're going to kind of book it. So we'll keep an eye on if they're going to be able to finish their lap or not. We've got Angry Davey, who's the one just about to start their lap. So let's see, how is the Williams team going to fare today? We've got King James sitting in third as things stand right now at 128.161. Angry Davey sitting down in ninth right now. See if they could improve on this situation coming into the S's and up the Dunlop curve right now. To the end of sector 1. They're up on their time nicely there. They keep up this momentum, they could possibly end up moving up into 8th place. They got a really good lap, even into the 29s. They could see them move up in the early 29s, that is, but we'll see how things are going to go. Still got plenty of time in the race. Times don't matter as much in qualifying, it just determines where you're starting. So let's see, Angry Davey moving down into 130R. The checkered flag has fallen and ARL managed to cross the line just in time. And how long did they have? Like 3 seconds I think they had. So that was a bit lucky there. Angry Davy does improve on their time to go into 8th place, but that's as high as they're going to be able to go. We've got Jake who's going to be up next, and it's going to be the Mercedes of Buckle. So we'll go with Jake right now as he's coming up to the Casio Triangle. Navigating around that quite nicely. Let's see if they got what it takes to steal away this pole position. They do. 127.549. Onsu is also coming up to the Casio Triangle right now. Buckle does not improve. Has retired from the session. Oh, and that causes a big blockage for Onsu. And does that affect his time of 127.686? I think that possibly could have. And King James doesn't manage to move up any. Buckle a bit unlucky there. We've got ARL in 4th place right now. 128.312 is the time to beat for them. Coming across the line, 128.076. Puts them in the 3rd place. Nicely done. So there we go. There we have it, folks. That is the end of qualifying. We'll have a quick run down in just a moment. Oh, come on, please don't be doing this again to me. Okay, great. Seems like it's doing it again. I think the game is a bit crashed. I think we're going to need to just continue on, unfortunately. So we'll have a quick look before the race starts in the race director. But unfortunately, I couldn't get the quick rundown there of the times and such. So, a quick rundown of the order. We've got Jake, who managed to get that pole position. Onsu in 2nd, ARL in 3rd, King James 4th, Kadoy in 5th, 6th for Jay, Lewis in 7th, Angry DVP in 8th, 9th for Dirty Taffy, and the other Red Bull of Thatcher's lines up alongside on row 5. Row 6 is going to be occupied by Buckle and the disqualified Sneaky Turtle, unfortunately. So now we're going to be moving on to the race in just a couple of moments, folks. So if you need to go get a quick drink or such, now would be the perfect time. Back in a moment. So folks, we're about to get ready to get underway again, so we'll get off that menu and get ready to get ready and up. So let's see, we're about to get underway now. I've had that notification to say we're about to get underway. Just waiting for that timer to tick down. Yep, there we go. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 red lights. And we're off for the start of this Grand Prix here. Looking on at the Jake not managing to get a good start, and the Ferraris dropped down to second place. Onsu managing to get a good start and moving up into first place. The hard medium offset has made a difference. King James has managed to pull off that third position overtake on ARL. Godoy managing to be quite nice and staying exactly where they started. Lewis and Jay did swap places. Oh, Jay getting a little bit out of shape there, going through Dunlop curve, and that's what I was talking about, folks, earlier on. You have to be a bit careful going through the Dunlop curve. And on the see that in the background, and I think there was someone who was going to be said they were going to be in the pits by lap 6, and I'm guessing that may be Buckle. So Onsu managing to get a good start, did end up managing to get a good finish to the previous sprint race. Didn't manage to get the pole position on either occasion, but did end up having the better line going into turn 1 this time, and secured that first place. Let's see how things are going to go. DRS will be enabled this lap, but they won't be able to use it until they get back around the track again. King James not managing to get close enough, it seems. Neither is anyone else to making a move. Angry holding off Thatcher's quite nicely as Dirty Taffy follows along behind. The two Red Bulls attacking that Williams, seeing if that is going to carry on. But it seems that Dirty Taffy's been a bit held up there from Thatcher's, it feels. I think Dirty Taffy could go a bit quicker than that. Sneaky Turtle just trailing at the back there. Have they got any damage to that front line? Nope, appears to be all good. Buckle, though, who did end up getting a bit of damage coming out of Degn the 2 and spinning under the bridge. Going on to this battle for first place. 6 of them are all within the DRS range of one another for this battle for first. Well, Lewis has unfortunately slipped back just a little. Got a yellow flag in sector 1. What's happened to Buckle? Buckle getting a little bit out of shape. Let's hope they could manage to keep it together. King James going for that move, it seems. Is he? No, not managing to pull anything off just yet. Sneaky Turtle and Dirty Taffy. Oh, virtual safety car. What has happened? Buckle seems to have caused a virtual safety car. Is anyone making a pit stop? That'd be a good question. Oh, it seems Dirty Taffy's got damage to that front wing. And I think that was them and Thatcher's both coming together. We'll see if both of them are going to be getting any repairs. So it seems that Dirty Taffy is getting repairs. Thatcher's, they're going to need repairs also. So I think they came together possibly. But unfortunately, really long pit stop for Thatcher's. Pit stop time here is about 23 seconds. 6-second time gained in the pits. It's going to be only takes 17 seconds for a pit stop under the virtual safety car. So it's a bit better in that regards to get pit done well. There's a safety car or a VSC, but right now it may be a bit too early for some of these drivers wanting to possibly go for a one-stop strategy. Oh, did we just see two people? Jay and Thatchers have just got a drive-through penalty. Sorry, for driving a bit too quickly under the safety car, under the VSC. Sorry, so that's going to end up impacting them quite a bit, and they're going to be wanting to serve that as quick as possible, just in case there is a safety car looking on at King James, still trying to see if they could. Get him out. Oh, Jay, he's retired, unfortunately. I understand though, but there's still plenty of time for something to happen. King James though getting quite close there to the back of Jake, but not managing to make any move, as Jake did have the DRS also on Sue. So once you're not able to break that DRS gap just yet, Godoy has got a 3-second time penalty that's going to stay with them until the end of the race. So technically Lewis has got a bit of an advantage over the Mercedes. Has the Mercedes managed to get DRS? Yes, they did, just by the slimmest of margins. Let's see, is Jake going to be going for a move on the McLaren? Not yet, it seems not close enough. Sneaky Turtle getting a 3-second time penalty. Let's go further down the block right now. So no one seems able to make a move just yet. We've got into position changes. So see, Sneaky Turtle's up 4 places right now. Managed to capitalise on everyone needing pit stops and such. Sometimes that is what is best to do, is just trying to keep it clean and get to the end of the Grand Prix. Now, as we're coming to the end of lap 5, the drivers are now rounding 130R into the Casio Triangle, and then after that they're going to have some DRS to play with, going down into turn 1. Who's going to be making a move? Is anyone going to be making a move this time? Jake is certainly close enough to go for it. Godoy getting the fastest lap of 131.508. Seems that Jake is holding off also just now, and a lot of drivers are at the front, so I don't expect to see an overtake from any of them just yet. So now let's see, as they're coming around 130R, is anyone going to be able to go for a move this time around? They've certainly got close enough, they've got the battery to do so. But then again, they may be fearing that Onsu could pull away. Jake just trying to close that gap, maintaining that second position. Buckle getting a 3-second time penalty. That's Buckle off the track. Oh! Safety car, safety car. Hopefully he can get going again. Yep, he's managed to get going again. So best thing for Buckle to do would be to do an extra lap to make sure he doesn't get overtaken by any of the cars on the lead lap. He's going to have to try and struggle just to make sure that he still stays on the lead lap. He's going to have to try and stay on them medium tyres as long as possible for at least another lap so that he can get around. Just try keep with it, that delta. Got to be careful of that delta, as that could end up causing you to get a drive-through penalty. No one wants that. Keep it steady, keep it steady. Stay out, stay out, stay out, stay out. It's too late now. He's retired, that's unfortunate. So, 10 drivers remaining in this. Thatcher stays out also. So, everyone is into the pit lane. Let's see what tyres everyone is on now. So, see a lot of drivers switching off there. And Jake has actually got the mediums on. So, I didn't expect that Jake to pit just yet. But I guess he kind of had to make that decision. And he has pit. Angry Davey and Sneaky Turtle have sneaked through. 7-lap old hearts for them though. But let's see if they've got what it takes to hold off. This could actually be a good strategy here. We'll see if it does work out. So we're just waiting for everyone to get back up to the back of the park. We've got Thatchers who's just coming out of the final corner and starting on lap 8 themselves. So not had the best of run at the start of this Grand Prix. Did end up with a drive-through penalty. Had to end up making a pit for repairs early in the Grand Prix. Let's see. I'll be able to get back up to the back of the park. Could maybe be a lap or two after this, but we'll see. Right, folks, wonder if the safety car is going to be in this lap. Is it going to be a late call? We'll soon find out as Thatcher's is coming up to the back of the car. There we go, very late call for drivers as the safety car comes in at the right at the end, not giving drivers much of a chance to react. But oh, wait a minute, has Angry Davy got some front wing damage that hasn't been repaired? And Sneaky Turtle is coming up the outside. Oh, and there was a bit of contact there. And I think that ghosting was a bit bull there. But let's see, is he going to manage to hold off? He's getting interfering in this battle for first place here. Oh, almost taking out ARL there. That's been a bit, I want to be a bit careful. And oh, Angry Davy's going to have to just try and get out of the way there. He's not got the adequate downforce and he's a bit of a danger there. Did end up shoving off ARL, and ARL's dropped all the way down to the back of the grid. Sneaky Turtle is causing a big interference at the front, whose Jake is up into second place, about to be first place, I think. Nope, not just yet. Onsu's in third, going to be having a bit of a struggle right now. King James in fourth, Angry Davy in fifth, sixth for Kadoy. Sneaky Turtle being overtaken by Jake. Jake now goes into the lead on the medium compound tyres, will most likely need to pit again. Kadoy getting past Angry Davy. Now Angry Davy being overtaken by Lewis, not getting the best of exits from Spoon there. Dirty Taffy and Thatcher still rounding out in 8th and 9th, and 10th is ARL. Let's see how he's going to be able to respond and move up. Angry Davy now in 8th place, ARL, and contact with ARL again. He's going to have to make sure, if he's going to jump into the pits, he makes sure that there's drivers are not in his way. And he wasn't looking in his mirrors, certainly. But unfortunate there. Hopefully he manages to get in, get that repaired front wing, and they've not changed that flipping front wing. Oh god, this is going from bad to worse for Angry Davy. I hope he could come back in this race if there's going to be a safety car that he could get back in it. ARL going for a move on. Dirty Taffy being a bit ballsy here, going for a Degna 1. We've seen a bit of dust getting ploughed up there from the Red Bull up in front, it seems. Or was that Kadoy? That may have been Kadoy there, as Lewis has now managed to move up into 5th place. Next up is Sneaky Turtle, who's on them old hard compound tyres. Onsu has been overtaken by King James, it seems. That did miss. I think Onsu's just taking it nice and easy, making sure that the tyres could go to the end. It's going to work out in the long run, as King James's tyres will fall off quicker if he keeps pushing to try and get that lead off of Jake. Looking on at Lewis, so he's managed to pull in that gap on Sneaky Turtle quite a bit. And Sneaky Turtle's braking quite a bit earlier there, with being on them older rubber, and that's definitely affecting the braking power that Aston Martin has. But now Lewis gets up and past, and so does Kadoy. Looking on at Onsu, though, he manages to get up into 2nd place, now taking that position off King James. Going to go further down, ARL seems to have managed to get past both the Red Bulls there. Angry Davy coming into the pits. I think he's making sure he's getting right down to that speed limit. You don't need to get down to it until you get right there. But of course, with having that broken front wing, it is quite annoying. I hope they've got that front wing out for them. Yes, they have. Thankfully, the Williams team have listened and realised, that's why he came into the pits. Yeesh. Whoopsie. We forgot that. You'll have to come back in. Now looking on at Kadoy, right on the tail of Lewis. So 10-second penalty across the pit line, white line. Oh, come on. There's no one near him. is a bit harsh sometimes, I will say that. Jake posted the fastest lap of 138.476 GC peeps. We're looking on at Cadoito going past Lewis for that 4th position. Nice overtake there. He's got 6.4 seconds to the car ahead of King James, who's fell out of DRS range of Onsu in that McLaren, whose tyres are nice and roasty toasty and up to temperature now, it seems. Going to move down to ARL, who's struggling. It seems to get past Sneaky Turtle. And I think that's what Sneaky Turtle been. Oh, that was a bit cheeky there, I will say, from Sneaky Turtle. And ARL's just getting, it seems a bit frustrated. Hopefully he could rein that in a wee bit and just stay calm. There we go. And he's managed to get that done. And it seems that he's got that overtake done and has moved up into 6th position. So is Sneaky Turtle going to be able to come back with the DRS? I don't think so. Said for ARL is going to pit, but I don't know why that is. I think that's scheduled pit stop, what that was meant to be for the hard tyres, but that did end up getting wiped. Sneaky Turtle is coming into the pits though. Mediums on for them. They do end up falling down to 9th position right now. Closest battle on track right now is between the Red Bulls. And I wonder if we're going to see that this year in Formula 1 actually. I wonder how hard Liam Lawson is going to fight against Max. It's going to be a real question. As we did see even at the Mexican Grand Prix this year, we did end up seeing Lawson fighting very hard with Checo Perez, which was looking at it from an outsider's perspective. You could see it from Liam's point of view. He's wanting to get up into the bigger teams. He's got to try and prove himself, but to the point of causing Perez damage at his home Grand Prix and everything, and his final home Grand Prix, which it turned out to be. I'm a bit on the fence about that, to be honest, but at the same time, that is racing. Let's see, Dirty Taffy, they're going to manage to make a move on Thatcher's. Now DRS is going to be wide open for them. Using a bit of that battery, getting past nice and easy with the help of the DRS. The drag reduction system. Nice little innovation, I will say that is, but is it good for racing or is it bad? I think it's a bit of a two-way street. Sometimes it is good, sometimes it does end up having its flaws, and yeah, it would be good at certain scenarios. It would be a bit different, I would say. It would be quite nice, but then again, we just need to. Onsu's out. What has happened? Oh, Onsu's off the wall, and we've got another safety car. Jake is going to be happy about that because he could just come in and get on another set of mediums or even a set of softs now, possibly. No, I can't go that many laps, I think, so it's another set of mediums at the very least. Yep, and we're going to see a big train of folk coming into the pits to get up. Lewis? What the hell? Right, I'm going to need to find out about that one because that is definitely a curious one. So it seems Lewis's screen froze, it seems, somehow. And, it's honestly gutting, to be honest. So now we're down to 8 after Onsu and Lewis. Angry Dave serving that 10-second penalty, very patiently waiting. Fortunately enough, you'll be able to catch him back up to the back of the pack and be on the lead lap. So I'm watching Onsu's footage. Seems he got on the curb and mysteriously just got mad oversteer. I have no idea how that happened. That is... And as Jay said in the chat, in the Discord chat, it seems that the track is catching everyone out. It seems. So it seems everyone's went on a fresh set of mediums except Sneaky Turtle, who's on 3-lap-old mediums, and Godoy, who's on 8-lap-old mediums. Don't think they're going to go to the end. That's I think Godoy's going to need to pit, and I think now would be the right time to do it. Because I don't think they're going to end up going 18 laps, depending on if they've been used mostly for safety car purposes. But then again, we'll soon see. So it seems that Angry Davies almost caught back up to the back of the field, and we're going to see a late call in the safety car again. Coming out of turn 17. Yep, we are. So we're going to be getting back underway right away here, folks. At the end of lap 17, Jake's going to be leading us away on the medium tyres again. Against King James, same mediums. Godoy on much older medium compound tyres. So We'll keep an eye on Godoy and see how that is going to go. Angry Davy is already on the charge, up into 7th place. We'll have a wee quick look at that nicely. You can see if he's up close enough to another car yet, but we'll soon see. Coming into Dagenham 2, the drivers are now under the part of the track that they're going to be going across again soon. Godoy falling right back on them older medium tyres, not able to get the pace that they had wanted initially. Has fallen back. King James and Jake still holding strong onto first and second. It broke the DRS gap already. Oh, is the ARL going to go for a move on Godoy here? Best opportunity is now, and he does. Now he's moved up into 3rd place. We could see 2 Ferraris on the podium here still tonight, folks. He's got 2 seconds to the car at the head of King James in the Williams. We're going to be able to see a Ferrari 1-2 here. Can Ferrari even take the lead of the constructors from that? I think they possibly can. Right now, we'll have a quick look and see who's the fastest laps on Suta with a 1:30.476. Closest time to that is Jake with a 1:30.913. Oh, look at position changes right now. Highest gainer right now is Sneaky Turtle, doing quite nice and sort of staying out of trouble. Has got themselves 6 seconds worth of penalties. Angry Davies still got 10 seconds worth, and Godoy has got a 3-second time penalty up in front, but that is not going to bother them much, as Dirty Taffy could end up getting a 4th if things were to stay the way they are. But yeah, that's just we'll see how things are going to go from that. I'll get the chat back up here, folks, so if any of you guys watching right now feel like firing in a comment, let me know. Oh, right, I'm going to have to go back on that as I was just looking down there. My mistake. So, Sneaky Turtle going for a move on Godoy. Oh, and that was sort of reminiscent of the Senna Prost in the first was it the first stage when they were teammates. It seemed like that was sort of like what happened there, almost. Sneaky Turtle just getting a bit later on the brakes, a bit too late unfortunately, and not anticipating Godoy's movements there. But Godoy getting it all over the place, has lost a lot of ground to ARL, and I'm very sorry, but during all that I did end up missing that King James has actually took the lead of this Grand Prix off of Jake. 3-second time penalty for Thatcher's with a long lap, 20 out of 27 here. Moving down to Dirty Taffy, holding quite close to the back of Sneaky Turtle, with Angry Davy just behind that. That's having a 10-second penalty. We'll go back up to this battle for pole position for the lead right now, which is between Jake and James, coming into turn 16 of the Casio Triangle. Turn 17, and then we've got turn 18, and then just as they're making their way to the exit, DRS is going to be activated. Now it looks like Jake has got the DRS, moves out of the slipstream and moves up into the lead of this Grand Prix on lap 21 of this race. Now he's got what it takes to maintain that. That's the question. ARL sitting 3.9 seconds back, doesn't really have a worry behind him. Considering Godoy does have 12 lap old mediums. Are they going to last until the end? That is the question. Dirty Taffy right on the tail of Sneaky Turtle. Dirty Taffy looking for a way past. Going to try and go around the outside, but is worried that, yep, looked like he was going to be doing the same as what he done to ARL and pushing him out, but being a bit careful there was Dirty Taffy, and rightfully so. Should always be careful of the other driver. You never know what they could do. Sometimes it is better to analyse their movements, and one person's movements who we couldn't analyse was Dirty Taffy. It's unfortunately this isn't cars. Don't turn right to go left. I mean, in some cases, yeah, but not in that case. But Dirty Taffy got a bit of front wing damage there, but unfortunate. Have a look at the penalty situation. 3, 6 and 10 for Godoy, Sneaky Turtle and Angry Dave. Jake putting in the fastest time of all. That was a 129.392. I think both of them beat Onsu's time there. Yep, they have a 130.095 for King James also. So the time's really starting to ramp up. Let's have a look and see fuel levels. It seems that everyone has got plenty fuel still on board. We did see that issue in the previous Sprint Grand Prix. A few drivers having to hold back. Jake was one of them. Had to actually hold back and almost had second place took off of them. Oh, and Sneaky Turtle and Angry Davey. Seems Sneaky Turtle made an error, it seems possibly. But Angry Davies managed to get past and was pulled away. Quite a gap there. So top 6 on the medium compound tyres. We're going to go back up to King James and Jake, who are both battling it out for first place. Coming up to the end of lap 22. With 5 laps remaining now. Let's see how this battle is going to go. Is King James going to be able to get past the Ferrari? Yep, easy peasy. Does that quite nicely. And a bit of a lock up there from Jake on coming through turn 2, but manages to keep it nice and secure. Doesn't lose any ground. One driver that I say has done very well is ARL, done quite nicely here tonight. Same as King James and Jake, but ARL from being all the way down at the back to where they are now. And same with Angry Davey actually as well. Been definitely driving quite angry at a car, driving like the heater, and doing it quite nicely. Not being had the best of luck out there, but has done absolutely brilliantly in recovering that. With the bit of luck of safety cars. Going to move up to Jake and King James right now, who are still battling out for the lead. We're on lap 23, about to go into lap 24, and it looks like Jake is going to be switching up and back past that Williams. So who's going to walk out with the win? Is it going to be Jake or King James? That is the question. Is it going to be a Ferrari 1-3 or a Ferrari 2-3? Either way, it's still good for the Ferrari team. But I think it is also better to have them extra 7 points in the standings. Anyone in the chat, fire your comments in. Who do you think is going to get the victory here? Is it going to be Jake or King James? King James has came up 2 positions. A lot of drivers have done 2 stops. except Sneaky Turtle done one stop, and Dirty Taffy and Angry Davey have done 2 stops, and I think Angry Davey's actually served a drive-through penalty, same with, was it Dirty Taffy or Thatcher's? I'm unsure. So Godoy on 15 lap old mediums. About to go on to 16 lap old mediums. Looking on right now at Jake. He's managing to hold off that gap quite nicely. King James just holding off, and I think next lap is going to be the time where he goes for it. I think he's just going to stay behind again on this lap. We'll soon see though, we'll see. As that would be the best option, just trying to create an opportunity at the end of lap 26 going into the DRS zone, like we've seen Onsu do in the sprint race. To do that quite nicely, just holding off and just biding his time for that right moment to go and go for that pole position, go for that first place in the sprint race on the final lap, so that there was no interjecting or less chances for Jake to interject and get back in front. King James is just doing it quite nicely, both of them just saving their battery. And it doesn't look like King James is even using any battery, just using that DRS. He isn't even opening the DRS actually. So, like I said, he's opting to wait until the end of this lap to make a move, starting the next lap going into turn 1. We could see a switch for the lead, and we could see a Williams on the top step. Is that going to happen? We'll soon find out as they're coming up through the Dunlop curve and to the end of sector 1. So King James has got plenty in the battery, but also so has Jake, and I think Jake's now going to have to start using a bit more of that battery and using up as much as he can, but obviously not too much. He wants to try and keep some for the main straight. Coming on to the final lap in just a small moment. Who's going to be walking away with this? Is it going to be James or Jake? Jake's now using up all of that battery as much as he possibly can, draining it like a sponge. King James, is he going to get close enough to go for a move? No, he isn't. And Jake manages to hold off quite nicely onto that first place there. Let's see, can King James do anything up until the end of this Grand Prix? I think it's going to be a very difficult one. ARL doing quite nicely there, just sitting steady. Now, let's look at the penalty situation real quick. So, 6 seconds worth for Sneaky Turtle, but 10 seconds worth for Angry Davey. I think... Is he actually going to be able to get that? I think he is. I think Angry Davey is going to be able to get that first place. Yeah. Looking on from the view of King James right now, coming out of Spoon. Now going down the hill and back up. They're both using the battery here. Is King James going to do it? He's going to go up the inside of 130R here. They're going to be going side by side here. The Ferrari holds it up around the outside. Switch back. The Williams goes and takes the inside line going into the chicane, but it's no avail. And Jake manages to hold off and is going to take victory here at Suzuka. Absolutely stellar battle there on the final lap of this Grand Prix here for round 7 in WWR. Lovely stuff there. Jake getting the victory, King James second, ARL providing a good comeback race to finish in third. Godoy holding off quite nicely on them very, very old medium tyres, 19 lap mediums, doing quite nicely. I never thought they would do that long. Angry Davy coming home in fifth, and I think he's going to be able to get that fifth place quite nicely there from Sneaky Turtle not being close enough. So yep, it goes down to 5.7 seconds. Thatcher's going to come across the line and take 7th position. And then we've got Dirty Taffy who's going to round us out and finish in P8. Not the best of luck, unfortunately, but does manage to bring it home still. Nicely done. So there we have it, folks. That is the end of that race. I will say, absolutely lovely driving. Pointless us going to the podium. There's never any music playing or anything to resemble any sort of celebration. Jake, though, getting the fastest lap, also walks off with the extra point for that, and the top step of the podium. Nicely done. Ferrari securing a 1-3. King James getting that second place, separating both Ferraris. ARL rounding out the podium. Godoy in fourth place. Angry Davy, the other of Williams, there's in fifth place, so good points haul for Williams there. Sneaky Turtle in sixth. Seventh for Thatcher. Sneaky Turtle coming up 6 positions, we'll say, quite nicely there. Thatcher's up from 10th, and Dirty Taffy in Dirty Thatcher's coming up to 7th from 10th, and Dirty Taffy getting that 8th position. Lewis, Onsu, Buckle and Jay all did not finish the Grand Prix, unfortunately. So looking at next week, let's see, what is the race for next week? The race for next week is going to be Bahrain. So lovely track. I do love some Bahrain. So nicely done from that. So we've got that, and next Friday I will be live again for that's going to be for DCD Racing League, and that's going to be at 7 p.m. and the rest there is going to be Austria, and that's going to be on the 21st. So tune in again for that. If you do enjoy the content, leave a like on the video if you did enjoy the video. Want to see more, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, from me, it is peace out.